Oh, hello. Good Tuesday. Tuesday? Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. Um, Happy Tuesday, y'all. I felt like popping on just because I'm trying really hard for even if there is a day that I do not have a specific video to upload, that I'm trying to pop on and make an appearance every day except Sundays. So um here I am. Here I am, here to just chit chat the day away. Not the day. I have stuff to do, videos to edit, and all that jazz. But I wanted to come on and hang out with you guys for a little bit and see if anybody was online, wanted to chat, wanted to ask questions, anything like that. And the first thing I need to do here, I dug out my oil and I never put it on. Y'all, I am so perturbed by humanity. Just not even humanity, just people on social media. And I don't know why I'm so perturbed. Like, I'm just like, the more I scroll, the angrier I get. So I don't know why I continue to scroll. But then I got to thinking that maybe, just maybe, the reason that I am so unnecessarily perturbed by humanity is because I'm PMSing. And so I actually want to check my calendar. I'm like, yeah, maybe I wouldn't have expected it for like another day or two, but here we are. So I'm just don't mind me putting on my oil because I forgot to do it before I hit go. But this is the life savior, and I don't say that lightly either. I don't say that lightly. This is dragon time, and I wasn't not a believer, not a believer in this at all, until I actually used it a couple of months ago when I was like, I'm really feeling PMS and I'm feeling it hard. And I put it on just like I just did, a little bit on my wrists and a little bit on my neck. And it was like 10 minutes later, I felt like the weight of the world had been lifted off of my shoulders. Not that I put it like I didn't have the weight of the world on my shoulders, but you know how hormones can make you feel silly things. That's just what I was feeling like that day. And it just so happened that this was the only thing I changed. And it was magical. It was absolutely magical. So I put it on and I'm hoping for the best. Because part of me was like, do I even hop on here when I'm basically perturbed with humanity? But hi, Alyssa. I figured that's fine. But here I am because I want to chit chat. I want to kind of just lay out all of the crazy that I've been thinking, and it's all weight loss. It's all about weight loss, and I have some things like I've started taking down notes for like videos that I should be making instead of just like blurting it out on a live stream and things like that. But at the same time, I'm just like I want to kind of put everything everything out there. So the thing that I'm perturbed about is the thing that has actually gotten me on a live stream and ranting before, and it is people and they're under eating. And I once again asked, yesterday I got on Instagram and I was like, this is your friendly reminder that if you're eating below your BMR, you need to increase your calories. And then I went, a little bit deeper and I actually asked people, check your BMR at the link of the BMR calculator. And then I asked a poll, are you overeating or not overeating? Are you eating above your BMR or are you eating below your BMR? And it was actually almost half and half. Which made me sad. That's not the answer I wanted. I wanted everybody to say above, but there was about 50% that said I'm eating below my BMR. And then I asked questions like, is there a reason? What is the reason for those of you below your BMR? What is your reasoning for not being willing to try eating above your BMR? And radio silence. I got a couple of DMs. One of which was from somebody who had been doing a quick group thing and was reverse dieting and was doing really, really well. And then messaged me to say, I'm still eating above my BMR, but I'm cutting to try and lose the 5 pounds that I gained. And like, not to call this individual out, but the level of disappointment I felt when I read that message was so high because that was literally it defeats the whole purpose of going through a reverse diet to begin with. Like my heart broke because there's very clearly still, and I know it's only been like, I've only been in this coaching thing since May and everything, but like, and I don't know why I expect the world to, like, magically change in 6 months, but, like, I feel like I've been trying to push home eating more and eating above your BMR and doing and that's not just me, it's a whole group of us. It is a whole group of us. I am thankful that I am involved in a coaching class that has other coaches that have come out of it or are currently going through it with me that all believe the same thing in terms of where we're supposed to be eating and periodic nutrition or periodized nutrition, that's what it's called, and all of those things. Um, but we haven't changed the world yet, apparently. And I just see so many people that, and then I had another person today who I tried to reach out. I had saw somebody who I have been Instagram friends with for a long time, message, like put out a story saying that she's really struggling with weight loss and blah, blah, blah. And she can't just seem to get on plan. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, have you ever considered this this particular way of eating? Have you considered eating more calories instead of being super restrictive? And have you ever considered trying this? And then because she's a friend of mine, I'm like, look, if you wouldn't mind, can you give me your age, your height, and how much you weigh? And so I looked up her BMR for her. And I was like, you need to be eating at least, like, at minimum this number, the BMR, the number that I continually tell you not to eat below. And then I was like, but actually, you need to be eating more than that. So I was like, have you ever considered eating about this many calories and focusing on eating about this much protein? And she's like, "No, I haven't." And I was like, "I feel like you would be much more in control, much more successful, and you would stop spinning your wheels if you put." She's currently working on the WW plan. I can't remember which one, but I was like, "Why don't you try doing something different instead of going back to the same things that makes you restrict and binge all the time and make you feel like a failure?" And she was very well receptive of it. And then this morning or last night, maybe it was, somebody else that I follow, we're mutually following each other, was also saying the same thing. So I did the same thing again. I offered her the suggestion of, hey, have you ever considered trying it this way instead of the way that you are? It was, again, it was somebody who restricts when she's on track and then she binges and she doesn't know why. And I'm like, have you ever just considered this? And wow, was she offended. She was so offended that I had the audacity to critique her. She's like, I didn't reach out to the community for critique. I reached out for support. And I was like, like, genuinely, I'm like, I'm sorry if you took offense to me offering a simple suggestion to try and help you. And she unfollowed me. I was like, rude, rude. She's trying to help people. And so that, between that and the reverse dieter that has decided to go back and cut at way too low calories, way too low, and because she gained 5 pounds and wasn't happy about it, all of this is just making me go, why do we put so much emphasis just on the number on the scale alone? Why? And I bring this question to you, and I am somebody who also I get on the scale every single day, y'all. And where I'm at right now is a few pounds up from where I started my reverse diet. Am I happy about the number that I see on the scale every day? No, I am not. I'm not happy about it, but I'm also accepting that there are so many other metrics of success, and where I am right now is not going to be where I am in a year because I have a plan and I'm working that plan. Hi, Rosie. Good to see you. And so, as somebody who isn't thrilled with the number that she sees on the scale, but understands that this whole thing is a process, I can put the number aside for the other metrics that we should also be tracking. But I can't help but wonder and ask, why is the number so important? Why is the number so important? And I'm at, like, if you're here live or if you're watching the replay, please, like, talk to me, tell me, leave me in the comments because I'm genuinely trying to understand. Um, if I told you, if I told you that you could go through a process, whatever, we're gonna go on a fat loss journey, and I'll get to that in a second. And what if, hypothetically speaking, you didn't lose a single pound? The scale stayed the exact same, but you felt better, you gained muscle, you lost I don't know, let's be generous, 4 inches off of your waist and you dropped 2 dress sizes, and the number on the scale did not change a single ounce. Would you consider it a success? Would you consider the body changes, the 2 dress sizes that you have dropped? Would that have been a success? Or would you still be so tied up in the number on the scale that you would write off the actual success that you had, the aesthetic success, the physical success that you had because of the freaking number on the scale? Other people have so many opinions. Bodies and their weight are morally neutral. Um, it just and it's not everybody. But it's a lot of the people that I see, and it's a lot of the people that see me on socials and on everything, and I know why. I know I know why. It's because I started as a Weight Watchers person, and that's exactly why the people that see me and the people that are following me long term have this mentality, because Weight Watchers gives you that mentality. But it pains me. The old adage of, like, if I knew then what I know now. My weight loss journey is such a big, if I knew then what I know now. Oh my gosh, if I knew 10 years ago, 12 years ago. When did I start my weight loss journey? Like 2007? It's like 14 years ago. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Um, if I knew then what I knew now, how different would it be? How different would my whole journey be? Would I still be the weight that I am today? Would I have gone up and down and up and goal and back up and down? And would I have done all that? Or would I have lost it and figured out how to maintain it? And just, one and done, baby. Is that is that what would have happened? But instead, we end up with this fixation on the scale, this fixation of 1,200 calories is the right way to go, and an unwillingness to even entertain the idea of doing something different. And I asked that this morning. I was like, guys, why are it better? Or what did I say? Here, I'm on Instagram. My post this morning was Tuesday morning thought. It is mind boggling to me how many people don't want to hear that more food could be the answer to their weight loss struggles. Why though? And I did get a couple of DMs about it. Let me see if I can find the one. Da, 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 da. And I don't remember who it was that sent it to me, but it was legit. It was legit. Where was it? Oh no, that's the troll. The troll never came back, unfortunately. Um, Someone said brainwashed to think that less calories has to be better. What most commercial weight loss companies tell us, or they don't want to be healthy, just skinny. Too afraid it'll cause a gain, but if they're like me, the body will just quit losing after a point. Um, which is what happened to that person. Cut, 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 and eventually her body just stopped. And I don't know where this person went. Who the heck was it? Somebody else messaged me and said that it's kind of like the sunk cost fallacy. People want to, even though it's something that's not working for them and they've invested months, maybe even years into something, like a different weight loss plan or something like that, that they're just so convinced that it needs to work because they've already invested so much time into it, even though it won't. And so it's the sunk cost fallacy. Instead of being willing to just stop and do something new, they've invested so much into doing this one particular thing that they're not willing to give it up, even though it doesn't work. Um, and so those are a couple of the responses I got as to be like, why? Why won't people just try it? What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Meanwhile, I have had feedback from multiple people and I've had multiple clients on my roster. Somebody came in to me for one-on-one coaching and she wanted to lose some weight, and I gave her fat loss macros, but I upped them. She's like, I currently eat this. I think I upped her 300 calories, more food. She lost like 25, 30 pounds with me. 25, 30 pounds, easy peasy, consistently, and more food, the most food she's ever eaten to lose weight. I have another client who we started so low, and it took time to convince this person to up their calories. But slowly and surely, we got this person to up their calories and finally is sitting in a place that's above BMR, macros that we're both comfortable with. And lo and behold, the macros are working and the scale is going down. And then I had another person who actually messaged me and they're like, this was me. I tried to lose weight on 1,300 calories. And then I started lifting, being really active, and started eating 300 plus carbohydrates a day and was at like 2,700 calories. And this person lost 82 pounds. All of these stories have one thing in common. Have two things in common. Successful weight loss, increased calories. And it happens time and time and time and time again. It does. And then for those of us who, and this is just for people who want to be in weight loss mode, but oh, let's take a hot second and talk about weight loss mode and fat loss mode. Which one are you guys actually after? That is my question to you. When you're saying, I want to lose weight, do you actually want to lose weight? Or do you want to lose fat? And coincidentally, weight comes off when you lose fat. Which one is the one you're actually after, friends? And that brings me back to the whole scenario that I said at the beginning of this. If the scale did not change and you saw this number, whatever this number is, for the rest of your life, but you lost your inches, you gained your muscle, you dropped your dress sizes, and you got the aesthetics and the body that you were actually after, would you consider it a win? Because if the answer is no, and the only way you would consider it win is seeing the number on the scale, you need to check yourself. You need to check yourself and you need to figure out what is it about seeing the number versus seeing the body that is so important to you. In reverse dieting, in reverse dieting, you learn to let go of the number on the scale because fluctuations happen and they happen often. I just went through a reverse diet. I've coached a couple of people through their very own very successful reverse diets, and one thing remains the same. My reverse diet clients have to report daily weigh-ins and they have to report weekly waist measurements, and here's why. Because I have people, and all of my clients who are very successful at this, um, increase their calories from 1,700 to 2,200 calories and things like that, and gained a couple pounds, yes, because you're eating more food and you're eating more carbs, which means you retain more water. But their waist measurement did not change. Did not change. I had people go up 500, 600 calories, and their waist measurements did not change, which means while the scale went up, no additional fat was put on the body. Would that be okay with you? No additional fat, eating 5, 6, 700 more calories a day. And then you do the reverse diet thing. And this is what I'm doing. Reverse diet, hang out in maintenance, and then hoping for a successful and easy fat loss phase in fat loss, not weight loss, fat loss, in the new year because you spent time in maintenance, because you've done the work instead of spinning your wheels for the next 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, whatever, being like, I'm going to lose weight at 1,200, 1,400, 1,500 calories. Why not stop, go through the right process, and then cut at a higher number with a healthy metabolism and see what magic can happen in a shorter period of time? I just, I don't know. I just don't know. Help me to understand. Help me to understand. Like, honestly, really, truly, help me to understand this because I don't. And I know it's new information. And I know that we as a society have been brainwashed by all the nutrition things, all the nutrition things. Um, but you can't like, and there are studies that can tell you that keto is the best thing, but keto was actually a diet, I guess, that was created to help epileptic children, right? There's all different ways, and as with anything, especially in this political climate and with all of the pandemic stuff and the vaccine stuff and everything, if you Google it, you can find something that's going to justify your point of view that is called confirmation bias and is not necessarily fact. Um, but all I do is follow the data. And when I see my clients all increase their calories from being below their BMR and magically starting to lose, I'm like, well, there obviously must be something to this because it's working. Like I see the numbers of all the people and calories go up, without going over their total daily energy expenditure, calories go up, activity goes up, weight goes down every time. And so I just don't understand why people wouldn't even entertain this as an option, as an idea. Um, and that's all. That's apparently my rant for the day. Trying to get my gallon in, y'all. Trying to get my gallon in. A little thing on weight fluctuations. So something else I was going to share today. Everybody is always, oh no, I gained weight, whatever. I just want to remind you that a Starbucks venti weighs a pound and a half. Yep. So if I sit here and take the next 60 seconds to chug this entire thing, I will weigh 1.5 pounds more than I did 30 seconds ago. And that's another reason I want to push the idea home that measurements are important because weight can change in an instant in either direction. And you need to keep that in mind, right? So people don't want to be wrong. I know. And that's again with like the sunk cost fallacy. They don't want to hear that the thing they've been putting their energy into is the wrong thing. So they will fight tooth and nail to make it the right thing, even if it's not the right thing for them. And it's just like, I get it. I know I don't want to be wrong. I never want to be wrong. I'm willing to admit when I am wrong, but it sucks. Like no one wants to be wrong about something. I can't remember even what it was, but one time I went online and I actually it was when I was talking about I track bites. And I figured out how their calculator worked. And I told people one thing, and then I realized I was wrong. I hopped back on I track bites Instagram stories and said, "Hey, y'all, Brianna, your ambassador here, and I was wrong about something, and let me give you the correct information." Did I like doing that? No. But everybody's better off for it when when people admit they were wrong and are willing to change the information or try something new or whatever the case may be. I just don't know. But anyway, that is my rant for the day. I don't even know what to call this video, but that's that. Tomorrow we will be back to our regularly scheduled daily vlogtober vlogging thing. I am vlogging every day individually this week, which is going to be super fun. But yeah, that's all I have for today, my friends. Take care, and I'll talk to you later.